Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jalissa, as many of you might know. You can also call me Juju, as per my Instagram name. Today we are going to be playing Happy Home Paradise. So this is my first YouTube channel build. I've done a lot of them on Instagram so far, but I decided that because I'm not that far in HHP, that I wanted to record a speed build of the cafe for you all. I downloaded the DLC, of course, when it came out, but I will admit I'm one of those players who has not spent a lot of time playing it so far. So what I wanted to do today was kind of create a cafe that was on brand with my island. If you are up to date with my Instagram, you know that I'm creating a sort of winter wonderland island, and I wanted to bring that theme into my cafe as well. So I decided to name it Patisserie, which is a kind of play on the French word for patisserie. I don't speak French, so please correct my French if I say anything incorrectly. But I thought it would be a really cute play on the word. So I'm going to be using the window designs that I found on Instagram that I will link below. And I'm going to be following the tutorial that Daisy, Mabel's Apron, put on Instagram a few weeks ago. So if you are not familiar with her Instagram account, make sure you go and check it out. So going into this build, I honestly had no idea what my vision was. I knew that I wanted to keep a color scheme in mind, but as you'll see, as I continue to build and kind of understand the vision that I'm going for, I kind of started to delete and rearrange and decide on different items for this build, as well as a different size for the room. So I started off using the partition walls. I did not get rid of those in my final build, but I did get rid of the tall wooden pillars. In this video, you'll see me deleting and replacing and adding things back a whole lot of times, because I always like to experiment with how things look and if they look different and the color schemes and things like that, which is exactly why I started playing around with the reception counter, the dessert display case, as well as some of the other items as well. As the vision of this build progressed further and further, in my mind, you can sort of see my vision coming together, where I'm starting to use things that are sort of on brand with the kind of theme that I have on my island. I specifically like to choose things that are black and white. Unfortunately, the pillars and the tall island counters are not on brand with exactly what I would want. I wish that they had them in black. I'm pretty sure that I just have to progress further along in the DLC to get some different colors that are not wooden. But as I said, I'm not that far along yet, but I will be in the future. So here I'm adding some counter chairs that I eventually replaced with some vintage stools, and I'm adding some coffee cups, some pretzels, some cherry pie. I also love the ceiling fans that they give us. I think they're so cute. And here is where I decided that I wanted it to kind of look like a gloomy, rainy day outside instead of those beautiful French doors. I found this code on one of my friend's Instagrams and immediately fell in love with it. I will link it in the description below if anybody else wants to use it as well. So as many of you might know, I'm not really into building interior builds, but I'm getting more comfortable day by day. And I think something that always put me off of them is the process of trying out different things and seeing how they all kind of look. And something that I have been enjoying in playing HHP is getting a chance to use items that I might not have access to on my regular island, especially things, that are DIYs or items that I've just never seen that just popped up in the 2.0 update. Here I decided to use two of my favorite items in game, which one of them is a new one. It's the plant partition. I always use this on my island to add depth, and I think it's really, really beautiful. And I also used the antique table. I think the pattern, the lace on it is beautiful. You can also see here that I did not realize that the partition walls were not pulled back completely, and I had so much extra space to work with that I kind of had to rework this build just a little bit. I also added another one of my favorite items, the round topiary. I think that they are so beautiful, and that pale green matches the green of the plant partition absolutely perfectly. In all of my builds, I think something that I really enjoy doing is making things symmetrical. So as you can see, I did that here as well, where both sides kind of look exactly the same. I think it adds a little bit of extra detail, and it's pleasing to the eye as well. I added the new item, the cool sofa, to both of the corners, and I decided to customize the metal on the frame to black, just so it matches with the rest of the build as well. Here you can see I started to add some of the new food items, as well as the rounded light fixture that I customized to black to match the rest of the room. Also added the dark wood tile to the flooring just to give a little bit of depth to the color, so that the floor is just not all flat one color. Here I added the ivory floor mat in front of both of the couches. Finally, my last step during building an interior is to decorate the walls. So I mounted some hanging terrariums, wall-mounted candles, clocks, and some pictures to make the room feel more full. And here we have it. The last step is to decide who's going to work here and give them all some outfits, including my own character. Not sure if this is a new clothing item, but I've been obsessed with the cardigan lately. I think it looks so cute, and it's something that I would actually wear in real life as well. And here we have it, my completed cafe. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe.